number 3, the hardest part about business is employees. And I really want to say this again, just for the people who don't understand. The hardest part about business is not sales, it's not marketing, it's not customers, it is employees. Rule number 1, business is the most competitive sport in the world. So you got to get in the gym with entrepreneurship. Just like basketball, they get in the gym, they work on their dribbling, they work on their shooting, they work on their defense, they work on their basketball IQ. You have to work on your business IQ. The business's money is not your money. What is up, everybody? I go by the name of Mula. I'm the CEO, owner, and operator of the Mula membership, a place where we give you step-by-step guides to achieve financial freedom at an affordable price. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys the rules of entrepreneurship. Now, this is just part 1 of the video series. The last video I gave you the rules of money, which was part 1 of that series. Today, I'm going to be giving you the rules of entrepreneurship. 2 very different things, but very similar because entrepreneurship is how you acquire money, and then you have to learn the rules of money after you acquire it, right? So these are the rules of entrepreneurship that you must know to be a successful entrepreneur. Before I get into the video, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button if you are new to the channel. We are giving you guys a new video every single day of the month of November. So make sure you guys stay tuned in. We are on the road to 100,000 subscribers here on this channel. If you want more one-on-one help with me, if you want access to my group chat, access to videos just like this, but a lot more in depth, make sure you go sign up for the Mula membership. The link is in the description right now. It's a website where you will get my one-on-one mentorship for a very, very, very affordable price. You can also book one-on-one FaceTime calls with me, consultations, and a lot more things, man. So make sure you guys check it out, mulamembership.com, if you want one-on-one help and a lot more in-depth information. Now, before I get started in the rules, these rules are in no specific order. I just want to make that very, very clear because I don't want you guys to think that the first rule is the most important and the second rule is there's no specific order. All these rules are very, very important to your success, but I'm just going to list them in the ways that I thought them through when I made my list. So let's get started. Rule number 1, business is the most competitive sport in the world. It's better, more competitive than basketball, football, golf, soccer, anything you can think of. It is the most competitive. Why? Because there's more people trying to make money than there are people trying to win this basketball game. On a basketball court, you got 10 people. It's very competitive. You want to work harder than your opponent. In business, you are literally working against billions, not millions, billions of people, billions of products, trillions of dollars that circulate this world every single year. You have to make yourself better than the competitor in whatever market you are in. Whether you want to start your own car company, camera company, clothing line, you want to be a barber, you want to be a hairstylist, you want to be a tattoo artist. It's the most competitive sport in the world because what makes the world go around? Money. So just like you as a tattoo artist, you might be a new tattoo artist, you might have a new clothing brand. There are thousands, millions of clothing brands on Instagram, Google, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. They're all trying to make the same money that you're trying to make. Now, the good news about it is this is not one of those games where there's one winner. In basketball, football, soccer, hockey, there's only one person that can win a championship. In business, there is room for hundreds, thousands, millions of people to win a championship. You have to make yourself better than more people and always understand that. There's always going to be somebody willing to outwork you, wake up earlier than you, push their products more, do more to sell their products, right? They have better marketing. So it's all about you as an entrepreneur. As an entrepreneur, as a business, this is, like I said, the most competitive sport you're going to get. So you got to get in the gym with entrepreneurship. Just like basketball, they get in the gym, they work on their dribbling, they work on their shooting, they work on their defense, they work on their basketball IQ. You have to work on your business IQ. How do you do that? You acquire business books, right? You learn more. You learn from your first experience, your first customer, your first sale, your first refund, right? Your first back order. The first time that you oversell something and you don't have every single thing you have to learn from. You have to be willing to be better than your competitor. You have to be willing to do more, wake up early, sleep less. Right? You have to always be willing to do more than the next person because if you don't, somebody needs their haircut, right? And if they need their haircut, either it's going to be you or it's going to be somebody who does it better. Better marketing, better results, better products, right? You have to always understand that you are in competition, right? So never, ever, ever take a day off. Never lack, never slack. You need to understand the most competitive sport in the world you are participating in right now, and that is entrepreneurship. Rule number 2 is use what you have. I know so many people who ask me so many times a day, Mako, I have this, I don't have that, I need to get a light for this, I need to start a YouTube channel, I need a green screen. I just had one of my younger guys tell me I need a green screen. No, you don't. There are plenty of people who do reactions with no green screen. Do the reactions, get the green screen when you get the green screen, right? So if you only have $10, but you know somebody who makes t-shirts, get 2 t-shirts made, right? The point is here, work with whatever you have at the moment. Don't wait until the perfect time. You want to start a YouTube channel, you don't have a camera, pull your phone out. You don't got a light, ask your mama for another phone, put the light on there and get it's very simple, right? Put your phone against the window, use the natural light. Go outside, it's so many things that you can do, but you have to use whatever you have. You can't wait for the perfect time to have all these gadgets, employees, businesses, chairs, offices. You can't do that. You don't have time for that, right? Because we go back to the first rule. It's the hardest, it's the most competitive sport in the world, right? So as you're waiting, there's somebody who's starting. Always know that. As you're waiting, as you're waiting and wanting to get more and you need this to start, no, you do not. Business is money in. You can sell something without even having the physical product. It's called drop shipping. You can sell something to somebody, order it from another website, put their address in and ship it to them. They don't care that you just did that. They just want what they paid for. Whatever you have, and it doesn't have to just be physical, whether it's charisma, right? Whether it's pain, whether it's suffering, whether it's overthinking, whatever you have, use it. When I first started being an entrepreneur, I used my pain more than anything else to push myself to the point that I'm at, a 25-year-old millionaire, right? My pain of losing my friends, seeing my friends die in my arms, right? Knowing that all of this wouldn't have happened if we had the finances to pay for a better environment, the finances to move, the finances to just create a different life for ourselves, right? So I used every piece of pain that I ever gathered from the time I was born to the time I decided I was going to be a real entrepreneur. I used that pain to fuel me. It was gas to me. And I still use this pain every single day. It's my motivation, right? Whatever you have, use it. Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, whatever you have, use that and you'll grow over time. I didn't start a YouTube channel with the camera. I started with the iPhone 10. iPhone 7, actually, you want to be honest with you. I think that was the first waterproof phone, right? The iPhone 7 I had. I broke that, got a new phone. I used to tape my phone to the wall. Literally, I used to tape it to the wall because I couldn't afford a tripod. Literally, right? So whatever you have, use that and grow over time. Don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait until you have certain things to do stuff. That is a recipe for failure. Rule number 3, the hardest part about business is employees. And I really want to say this again, just for the people who don't understand. The hardest part about business is not sales, it's not marketing, it's not customers, it is employees. Why? Because who is going to work as hard as you for your company? It's very hard to find that, right? And you can take it from a minuscule example. Talk about Walmart. Think about the first job that you had. You work at Walmart, you work at Target, you work at Whole Foods. You don't care that much about getting these carts in there. You taking your time, you listen to music, you dancing. This ain't your company, right? You don't need this store to run as best as it can run for your livelihood, right? At least in your head you don't. So most people who go to a job or employees at anything, that's the mindset that they take, right? So you have to understand that. And when you put yourself in an entrepreneur space, and no longer the employee space, and now you are the employer and you're looking for employees, you have to understand that a good employee is extremely hard to find. A lot of you guys are probably watching this video and you probably had a job before and you noticed that you were the only person on the staff that was willing to do the things that actually would help the business, right? That actually do your job, right? You go to McDonald's or something, any job that you might have worked, a lot of you guys might have been that person, so you will find that the boss or the manager or the supervisor is always asking you to do something. They never ask nobody else. They always ask you to do something. Why is that? Because you're a good employee. You do your job. You're a trash man. You do your job well, right? You do it faster than anybody else. You're not lollygagging. You're not smoking squares. You're not whistling and singing and listening to music and dancing and taking all day to get the trash. Whatever the job is, you might have noticed that was you getting asked. That's because you were a good employee. Good employees are hard to find. On a supervisor, manager, general manager, vice president, president, everything. Every little piece of employee is hard to find, right? So what does that mean? That means when you find a good employee, you never let him or her go. You do everything in your power to make sure that good employee stays with you. Whether that's employee-only trips, paid time off, Christmas bonuses, holiday bonuses, a company car, right? This is why people do these things. It's not just because, drive this company car and you're going to be cool in the BMW. No, it's because I want to make you comfortable. You are a good employee. You help me make my money. I'm going to take care of you in return, right? Bad employees are everywhere. Good employees, it's like finding a needle in a haystack. Because again, like I said, as let's say for YouTube, for example, if I paid an editor, right, and this is real experience, I've paid editors and they take their time with videos. I can sit down myself. I've done it. I do it all the time. I can sit down, record 15 to 20 videos and have them all edited before 7 o'clock tonight. It's like 6 a.m. right now. I can have them all edited by 7 o'clock tonight. I can pay 3 editors to edit 6 or 7 of them a piece, and they'll take 2 days. People nowadays, especially employees, they think an excuse matters. Oh, I had to get my dog up, and my baby was, well, you need to figure all that out, otherwise I'm gonna fire you, right? So always be quick to fire a bad employee, and make sure you do whatever to keep a good employee. Rule number 4, never let the problems of the employees affect you. What does that mean? I don't mean the employees on your business or your employees. I mean the employees of the world, right? So a lot of times when it comes to business, a lot of people are scared of business because of the fact of the problems of the employee, right? The problems of the employee, when I say that, what I mean is recessions, right? Depressions, low wages, right? Inflation. The problems of employees are something that you shouldn't worry about as an entrepreneur. And a lot of people do that, and they let that affect their entrepreneur decisions or if they're going to start a business. And they don't realize, and I learned this from a lot of serial entrepreneurs, billionaires. Some of the most successful entrepreneurs in the world ever to exist on the world started their companies in the middle of recessions, depressions, and times of chaos for the employees of the world, right? So when you see times of chaos, when you see, the house market is dropping, people are getting laid off from their jobs, right? When you see these things and the recessions, everything that comes with a bad economy, don't let that scare you from a business, right? Because even in Corona, think about how many millionaires were made in Corona. Do you know how much crypto, stocks, do you know how much money, even the housing market, do you know how much money was passed out in 2020, right? I'm one of the people who used 2020 to my advantage, right? If 2020 was the jump start of my career, YouTube, entrepreneurship, business, all of it, right? So times of chaos is the best time for a businessman, right? So that's what I mean when I say don't let the minds of the employees affect what you do, your plans, when you start a business, what business you start. No, have a set goal for yourself and look at everything from a business mindset. Because if everybody's losing their job, what does that mean? I got a lot of people to hire, right? That means I got better employees now because nobody got a job. So when they get my job, maybe they'll treat it a little better. Oh, the house market is dropping? That's good. I can start a real estate company now. Why? Because everything's cheap, right? The stock market is down? That's great. I can start being a stock trader now because the prices are on the floor, right? So when you think like that and you think on this side of entrepreneurship, you'll see a lot of times with recessions, while the poor get poor, the rich get richer, right? So whenever you see a time of a recession of employees, of regular people, regular everyday people, minimum wage workers, $50,000 a year workers, when you see the time of chaos, turmoil, a lot of times that is an opportunity for you to get rich as an entrepreneur. Take advantage. Think outside the box, right? Learn things. Because a lot of people thought 2020, it's going to go bad. Nobody's spending any money. 2020 was the best time for content creators, right? 2020 was the best time to start a business, right? Because everything is cheap. So when you start a business cheap, you get all this. So it was just so much going on in 2020, and that's the most recent time of chaos that we can think of. But I just want to use that as an example. Make sure you guys don't let the outside world or the outside politics or the politics of an employee affect you as an entrepreneur. The next rule, I honestly don't know what rule we're on, so bear with me, but the next rule is you must treat your business like a 9-to-5, right? So a lot of people get comfortable, and I'm guilty of this myself, right? Because it is a luxury that you do work for. But you have to be very careful on when you take advantage of that luxury, and it has to be very rare that you do. What I mean by that is, if you work a 9-to-5, or let's say you have school, a lot of you guys are younger, you might be in school, you might be in college, right? If you have an 8 a.m. class, or you have to get at work at 7:30, no matter how bad you do not want to get up from your bed, no matter how bad you partied last night, I bet you got up and went to work. I bet you got up and went to school because you knew the repercussions behind that. And you were not willing to risk your job or your grade for a few more hours of sleep, right? You have to look at your business 10 times that, right? So what do I mean by that? Instead of not feeling, maybe you don't feel like getting up at 6 o'clock, you need to get up at 5:30 then. Because it's your business. And if your business fails, you fail, right? Because it's you, right? So it's no longer a job. It's not something that you only have to come in. Maybe you're a janitor. You just got to sweep up the floors. You got to do whatever the supervisor tells you to do. Take the trash wherever they tell you to take it. And that's it. As a business, you have to figure out every little arm that works, every nerve, every vein, everything of your business you have to figure out and make sure that it's a well-oiled machine. So you don't have time to sleep, right? Don't take the business aspect, oh, I'm boss, I do what I want, this, that, the third, oh, I can just chill, I can take a week off, I can do whatever. A lot of people have that attitude behind YouTubers, rap artists, any type of business entrepreneur. They have that mindset, oh, today I don't feel like doing this, so it's whatever. Now, you do have that luxury as a businessman. Don't get me wrong. There are days where I'm like, man, I'm sleeping until 8 o'clock today, right? I'm sleeping until 8:30 today. I'm sleeping until 7:30 today, right? But as I'm sleeping, before I do that, I make sure that my employees and the people that I have working for me are on top of the things that I'm going to lack off, right? So if I can't edit some videos, I'll make sure that my editor is editing extra videos today while I sleep, right? So you have to combat that. There are pros and cons, but you have to treat it like a 9 to 5. Magic Johnson is a billionaire. He still wakes up at 4 o'clock in the morning. LeBron James is a billionaire, and he still wakes up and does Lord knows whatever he does to keep his body in shape to be damn near 40 years old and averaging 25, 30 points in the league, right? Robert Kraft, Michael Rubin, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos can literally sleep for the rest of his life, and he will be fine. But he doesn't do that. He still wakes up. I guarantee you he's done more by 8 o'clock in the morning than you have, and he's a trillionaire. You don't have the luxury to treat things like, oh, you just chill, do whatever you want to do. No, it's not like that. You have to treat it like a 9 to 5. Make a schedule and be your own boss. Be your own boss doesn't mean do what you want to do. Be your own boss means boss yourself around. Okay, from 9 to 5, I'm going to sit here, I'm going to make videos. From 5 to 7, I'm going to sit here and edit videos. From 7 to 9, I'm going to shoot commercials. From 9 to 10, I'm going to get on this business call. From 10 to 12, I'm going to go to a dinner meeting. From 12 to 11, I'm going to go meet up with my potential client at the club. From 12 to 1, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to go to sleep, right? You have to be your own boss in that sense. Boss yourself around, right? So it's almost like you taking your soul outside of your body and like telling your body what to do, right? That's what be your own boss means. It doesn't mean do what you want to do, how you want to do it. No. Now, the last rule of entrepreneurship that I'm going to cover in this video, remember, again, this is only part 1, so make sure you guys stay tuned for part 2, part 3, part 4, and however long this series goes. So the last rule of entrepreneurship in this video is working or living day to day in entrepreneurship will not work. You have to be so ahead of the curve in entrepreneurship. You have to be thinking about next year, next month, right? Now, I'm not saying you have to come into your business thinking about next year, but it needs to be in the back of your head, right? So the way to get ahead with business is to first think about next week, right? Today, plan out next week. How are you going to adjust things? How are you going to move towards next week? Then think about next month. Then think about next 2 months, 3 months, until you get to a year. Then you always be ahead of time, right? There are people, Mark Zuckerberg literally has offices and spaces with 100-year plans. He has 100-year plan to by 2100 he plans to have something that will cure every disease known to mankind, right? But will he even be alive to see that happen? No, but he has the plan for it. He has the resources, he has the money put up, he has the business plans, he has the plans for it. So I'm not saying you got to be 100 years ahead. Please don't think that. That's a little extreme, right? It was nice to get to a point where you can do that, but that's not necessary in business, right? But what is necessary is to always think about the future. You can't live day to day. You can't wake up and be like, okay, today's Monday, I just got to get to Tuesday, I'm at work, and I just got to sweep these floors and stock these shelves, and then I'll be good. It doesn't really work like that when you have your own business, because you can live day to day, but every day changes, whether it's YouTube, whether it's business, Instagram, how you market, what the market likes, right? Everything changes with business almost every single day. So you have to be adaptable, number one, and you have to plan for the future at all times. Now, these plans might get altered, right? Because you can't see the future. So you don't know exactly what's going to happen in the future, and your predictions might be a little bit off, right? None of us can time travel, so your predictions might be a little bit off about what the future holds. But you always have to plan ahead, right? The things that I'm doing with YouTube right now, I planned 5 years ago. I said I'm going to use my channel, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to use this niche. And once I dry up with these type of videos, I'm going to do these type of videos. If that doesn't blow up, I'm going to do these type of videos. The good thing about it is the second type of videos that I said, if that doesn't blow up, the thing that I said that about, those are actually the videos that blew up, right? And I knew as soon as those videos blew up, I was going to branch off and make different channels. You was going to see me all over YouTube. However you want to see me, you was going to see me. Finances, comedy, vlogging, gaming, anything that I like, fashion, right? Anything that I liked, you're going to see me all over YouTube. And that's the plan that I'm executing now. Right? So just make sure you have a plan, understand what you want to do, see yourself somewhere in a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 6 months. Have a plan, have a goal, stick to that plan, stick to that goal, and do your best to surpass that goal in that plan. You know what I'm saying? But living day to day is not the way. That's the way of the broke, right? When I was broke, I lived day to day. Okay, I got enough money, let me just last till Tuesday. Okay, I got enough money, let me last till Wednesday. I got enough money for this, that, third. Okay, as long as I get to Thursday, we good. You can't do that with business though. Now I'm actually going to give you guys a bonus rule that would be in the next episode. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below and make sure you turn on post notifications so you know exactly when I drop the next Rules of Entrepreneurship video. The bonus rule in this video that I was going to include in the next one is that the business's money is not your money, right? Understand that. So a lot of people, when they start a clothing line, right, and I've seen this so many times with business, with my mentees, with people that I know, people, younger people, just people I see on the internet, they'll make money with business, and in 2 months, they're balling out of control. They got a Benz, they got a brand new $20 million house, they got all type of jewelry, watches, they taking girls out to eat, they on private jets. That's not your money though, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like, the business money is not your money. So let me explain it like this. When you get $100,000, maybe you get a $100,000 contract for, I do real estate marketing, right? So that's something realistic for me. $100,000 contract for real estate marketing, you're going to pay me that over an 8-month period. When I get that $100,000, I don't go to the mall with it, right? I don't buy a watch with it, right? These are not things that I do with the business's money. If it doesn't make money, if it doesn't make sense with the business, I won't do it. So the $100,000 watch that I bought, the $100,000 AP that I rave about, the $25,000 Rolex that I have on my wrist was all bought with money that was spent from the account that I made from YouTube, right? So these are investment pieces, number one, and I can use it for YouTube to further my career, right? So the good thing about content creation or being an artist or you being the brand itself is that you can spend money on certain things and you can write it off on taxes, and to the government it will look like a business expense, right? But if you are a golfer or you said you're a real estate company, why do you have a watch? This is now something that you can't write. How can you write off something off taxes if it makes no sense with your business, right? So a lot of times people don't understand. As a rapper, for example, when a rapper's in a strip club or any type of club and he's popping bottles, he's throwing money, he's making it rain, he got all the girls. These are all tax write-offs for him because he's an artist. Right? So you can literally write the taxes off for the money that you're spending because of your art, because of your job, because of your business. But if you mow lawnmowers and you in a strip club throwing money, you playing the wrong game, bro. Now I'm not saying every dollar that the business makes you can't use for yourself, right? But the way you do that is you set up yourself as an employee because the business is not you and you are not the business. The business is the business and you are you, right? When you make a business account and you get a registered business, you get an EIN number, right? An employer identification number. That is not the same as your social security number. Your social security number, if you're here in the US, I don't know what it is globally, but your social security number is what identifies you. Your EIN number is what identifies the business, right? So anything you do under yourself is you. Anything you do under the business is you. When I tell you There is nothing, as a YouTuber, there is nothing I have bought in the last 2 years that was for me. Nothing. It might seem like it's for me, and I might enjoy it, but overall it's for the business. My cars, I need to put on a show for these people. I need to make sure that these people see nice cars because it's my TV show. So I got the cars. I need the house to be nice, so I got the decorations, right? The decorations, my house is where I film, so I got the decorations. My PlayStation 5, I need to do gaming, right? My monitors, my computer, my camera, my desk, the chair that I sit in. The only thing I do for me is food and drinks. That's it. That's pretty much the only little personal items, lotion, deodorant, things like that. Those are the only things that I actually charge on my personal card. Everything else is business. This camera, these lights, those posters behind me, this hockey table that's behind me in the den, right? The couch, $5,000 couch, the apartment, everything is for the business because I'm a content creator. So understand that it's two different things, man. And don't use your money, your business's money, for your own. If you make your first $20,000 with a clothing line, use that money to first pay yourself, put yourself on payroll, so you are the employee for your business, right? Pay yourself a certain wage and use the rest to reinvest back into the company. That's how you succeed, okay? I thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you do want one-on-one personal help with business, stocks, crypto, finances, YouTube, if you want one-on-one help with anything to be a successful entrepreneur or just get better in finances, you might not want to be an entrepreneur. You might just want to get better in finances in general. Make sure you guys go to MulaMembership.com, and I cannot wait to help you out and achieve financial success. My name is Mula. Again, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow in my next video. Peace.